G'day, I'm Aussie Robbo, and welcome to our final Park Day episode, part 2 of the last day. We had so much footage that we actually split it over 2 episodes, and this is the second one. We start off with a couple of coaster rides, and then Darren gets to meet one of his favourite Disney characters, and then we have a rather interesting meal as our final meal at Disney, before leaving the park for the final time and travelling home to London.
It goes into that last bit under the ground. It's gorgeous now.
Yeah.
It actually goes really fast into that last section.
Really?
So we just did Big Thunder Mountain in Paris again for the second time of the trip on our final day. What did you think?
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I really enjoyed this time. I didn't feel... A lot of the times when you do it, you feel like you're getting banged around a bit, but this time there was no banging around at all. So it was actually quite a smooth one. And also, I never really noticed how fast it goes into that last straight until today. Like when it goes into that final bit under the ground, it's going really fast underground.
The woman in front of us, I think she was enjoying it all the way until that bit, I think, and then she just screamed. Like she was proper screaming over her daughter.
It's a nice ride to get some nice cool breeze as well, actually. There's quite a few sections where you get this like gust of cold air.
Yeah, and now it's gone back to being hot again.
Yeah.
So the only solution for that is what? More coasters.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, so that's going to be our last one for this year.
Yeah.
It's quite sad because we really like it and it's still only 5-minute waits. So
it was literally a walk on. I don't know why, but for some reason at the moment the moment Indiana Jones is so easy to get on and quick to get on. It's yeah, if you want to rewrite it, now's the time to do it.
I think it's hidden away, and also, I don't know, it's not very Disney, I guess, in a lot of people's
so
eyes.
how'd you find it?
Love it. Although, I will say, because we've read it so many times now, my shoulders are quite bruised.
Yeah, my shoulders are quite sore, probably from Star Wars as well, when we rode those
a few days ago, yeah.
Yeah, we've rode a few coasters now, and I guess all these shoulder things have made it. So every time your shoulder touches one of these things, you can feel it.
Ow.
Yeah.
Like having bad sunburn.
Yeah.
But now, we're going to be having dinner shortly. So before that, we're going to head to Main Street and see if we can get in some selfies before we have to leave.
And just to show, my t-shirt game is strong today with my...
Carl is Indiana Jones. Was it? Amazonia's car.
Hello. Who's asking that?
Excellent. Beautiful, really good. This is as far as I'm going, is just that and that.
I love the materials.
We've got the matching ones, but we haven't had a chance to wear them all. But have a great day.
Where are we doing?
So we're in the Plaza Gardens restaurant, and it's a buffet yet again. But this is our last day, so we wanted to do something that was actually in the parks themselves. So yeah, it's the first time coming here, and it's right at the end of Main Street before you get to the castle. Quite nice little Bellini. Chicken's nice. It's not a little bit difficult to get off the actual bone, but
That sauce is literally tastes like the cheese, the cream cheese.
just cream cheese.
Yeah. Just a bit interesting.
I know how she feels.
It kind of looks like a profiterole roll, but it's not. But it's a dense cream with like some sugary flavour, but I'm not sure what the flavour is supposed to be.
Pretty Princess down, princess down. Like just sugar.
Yeah.
Just
It's like a flavoured sugar, but I don't know what it's supposed to be.
doesn't work as a profiterole, doesn't work as whatever else it is, so that one's not bad. It's got at least a bit of flavour to it.
What?
It's like a citrus.
Right. Plaza Gardens Restaurant. Final meal at Disney. What did you think?
Yeah, I wasn't impressed at all. It underlines probably the bigger problem with Disneyland Paris food for me, which is it doesn't matter which restaurant you go to. A lot of the times, it's going to be the same stuff. Charcuterie, same as last night's meal.
The starter felt like we ordered the starter, and it kind of sounded similar to last night's, and it pretty much looked exactly almost like the starter that we had last night, the Newport.
Yeah.
And it looked as if, I mean, they're all Disney-owned restaurants, I guess. So it looked as though they pretty much just had the same ingredients shared between all the restaurants, and just presented it slightly differently. Or, yeah, I mean, even the salmon and the prawns looked exactly the same in terms of the way it was presented, and even the cold meats. So I wasn't impressed by the starter. What about the main?
Main. I ordered the chicken, and it was just
rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie chicken. It was what it said on
potatoes and broccoli.
Yeah, but it was just. I found the chicken to be dry personally, and
it's a big portion. It's a half a chicken almost, basically.
Yeah.
It's a rotisserie half a chicken.
And then potatoes I found a bit soft and mushy, kind of no taste really.
So I ordered the shrimp pasta to try something different, and it came with like a cheese sauce, which is like it's a brand that we keep seeing everywhere.
Croissant, yeah. Croissant.
And it literally was pasta in that melted kind of. It wasn't even like a pasta sauce. It was kind of weird.
It reminded me of something that you'd do when you were a student. Like
it was very it was very, very basic, very bland. There was a lot of it. The prawns were quite big prawns in it, so that was a bonus. But then they felt like they'd been cooked like hours before and then just put on top, so that wasn't good. And there wasn't much flavour to them. There wasn't much flavour to the whole dish.
They didn't even look like they were part of the dish. They looked like they just literally been
thrown on top.
At the end.
So you wanted to swap because you weren't feeling too good, and you tried to eat mine instead, and I tried to. Well, I had yours, so I kind of enjoyed yours. I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of flavour, but it's fine. I had it. It was a big portion. That's what I can say about it. It's a compliment. And then dessert.
Same as the starters, really. It's the same old, same old. It's everything's like a pastry, but it's like a nondescript pastry with a nondescript sort of filling, whether it be like a creamy filling or a lot of moussey kind of things. You don't know whether there was a chocolate one, which I didn't know whether it was chocolate mousse or if it was a brownie. It was kind of nowhere. It was somewhere in between.
I would just like a bowl of ice cream or a bowl of sorbet.
Anything,
or some
textures.
For me, I don't want to eat cake 24/7. I'm not a big cake person, so I like the odd cake. I don't want to eat it. I mean, we have it like for lunch and dinner all 3 days, 4 days. So I'm kind of over it by now. You know, like I say, I just like some sorbet.
Oh look, another platter
to cleanse my plaza. I mean, I've had a few fruit salads in the meantime, and I guess I probably would have gone for fruit salad if it wasn't for the fact that I wasn't.
You've had it 15 times already.
Yeah, it's. I mean, overall, the waiter didn't seem interested in serving us. Basically, it was pretty awful service. We've had some up and down service over the last couple of days, and this was culminating in the worst of it. He just was not interested. We didn't leave a tip because it was pretty awful.
Yeah, we had to ask for glasses. We had to, and we ended up using our own glasses from the Cokes that we'd emptied
for water.
For water.
I mean,
if you want a good meal, go and have a look at our Manhattan restaurant one from earlier on in the series. That is the way.
This is one in the park that we would not recommend, though. I guess.
I'd give it 2 Kenobis as an experience and food in general.
Yeah, I mean, at a stretch, 2 shrimps on a barbie, but that's being generous, I think.
Very generous.
Maybe some people like it, and it does suit their taste, but maybe we've just had too much of that kind of food every single day, and it's worn out. It's welcome.
And you're paying a premium for it as well. So
I did fill that up. I mean, this we didn't have the plan anymore. The plan's finished, so that we were paying for that one, and I just didn't feel like that was value for money at all. It was pretty underwhelming. So yeah,
But anyway,
that's into that one.
let's take in some sights before we leave.
Enjoy your day, Darren. Enjoy your day. Perrier.
Perrier. Didn't even get offered Perrier. Yeah, I'll show you that the other day. One of these. I quite like that one.
And one of these.
What illumination was that?
I saw the other day.
Yeah, that illumination.
So you're leaving Paris, Disney for the last time, my darling.
Last time, thank you.
Well, for this trip. For this year.
This year, yeah, it's been a really good trip, but a really exhausting trip. I think today is definitely taking its toll, don't you?
Yeah. It's the heat we're not used to. Standing in the sun.
Yeah, that's
Even
been,
when it is hot.
today has been more of that than maybe even other days. And then that on top of the platters that we've had, the many platters we've had in the last 24 hours, I think it's just basically paid its toll. But we've had a real blast. I think the exhaustion shows that you've had a good time, really. But it's to come round to say goodbye, and we'll be making our way back to the hotel, which is, as you may know by now, Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, where they're keeping our bags. And so we'll have to say adieu to year and year and year. So from the Disneyland Paris Hotel and ourselves, thanks for watching. If you've been following this series, we're really glad you came along for the ride. We hope we've got some more adventures coming up in the new year as well. What would you like to say, Rob, about this trip?
It's been a pleasure. It's been fun. But I'm ready to go home now.
We are exhausted, but in a good way. Please join us for the last leg home, and we'll see you back in London for more adventures. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. Bye bye.
Bye.